Hello everyone, this is Jimmy and welcome to episode 11 of Nuclear Earth Reirradiated, where I've had a couple of these void miners running for a little while, and it's been about a day, and the total output of it is, a whole bunch of ores. There's the common ores, which we have a fair bit of, and in fact, this rate of producing the common ores is probably even somewhat reasonable, and stuff like zinc, that's plenty of zinc. On the other hand, some of the more important resources that come out of this, stuff like erodium, or even the ender ore, are produced a little bit slowly. 18 pieces of ender ore, that's not half bad, because I think each one of these processes into at least 6. On average, like 7, let's see, 6 from that, 1 from this, so 7, 8.5 before accounting for the grinding ball. So in total, we get a ton of ender pearls from ender ore. So this 18 ender ore is probably actually a reasonable number of ender ore. But I want to upgrade this void ore miner, at least to make more erodium crystals. We can't make the tier 2 void ore miner, at least not quite yet, because it requires an empower and a little bit of astral sorcery progression, which is not particularly difficult, but it also requires a bit more erodium. So I'm going to go and start by upgrading the lens that we use in those miners to get more erodium. It's a zero-sum thing, so it doesn't actually get us more ores overall. However, it causes us to get more erodium, or more crystals in general. We'll spend 108 of our erodium to make the lens, and I believe it significantly increases the amount of erodium we get. So from 1%, 1.12% to 4%. So it'll take it like probably 6 to 8 hours to make up the cost of it, but in the long run, it's a significant improvement. So anyways, ore miner, swap that out. And is this one my other ore miner, or is this one my resource miner? Nope, it doesn't do anything in the resource miner, so don't waste your precious lenses in there. And there we go. All right. That's an assembled false. Was that because I just placed the lens down? Yeah. Okay. So it causes our other resources to get dug up slightly less often, but erodium and litherite, even though I'm not hurting on litherite, to be dug up a little bit more often. All right. Next, let's process this ender ore, just to see how many ender pearls we get. May as well use our sag mill for it, because the sag mill is what, has good yield. I think that's the best yield for this. I suppose pickaxe with fortune. No, there's no way pickaxe with fortune is going to beat the sag mill. This only gets us 6. So yeah, this is the best we're going to do. Like 19 per 20, probably averaging just short of 20 pieces of ender powder per ore. And that's 20 ender pearls, mind you, because we can turn ender powder 1-to-1 into ores now, or into pearls now, right, in a pressurizer. So that's pretty good. I have a feeling we're going to be using that pressurizer a lot, so let's make it some speed upgrades. The speed upgrades are cheap. It's basically, 1 iron ingot, some redstone and lapis per. I think the energy upgrades are a bit more because it requires obsidian. But our void resource miner now pulls up little bits of obsidian, so that's not too bad. Anyways, have at it. With our newfound ender pearls, let's make the wireless access point, which only uses 1 ender pearl, surprisingly. The terminal, which uses another 1. This is a lot less ender pearls than I thought. And we need some of those boosters. There is no wireless crafting terminal in this pack, so we don't get the very nifty infinity booster that gives us infinite range. But that's okay. That means we just have to pay for our wireless, and it doesn't extend beyond the boundaries of our base. So what type of ender powder do we have? Railcraft ender powder? All right, that's the right one then. So I think if we do something like, I think 32 boosters is where I usually start from. That typically covers any reasonably sized base and, a little bit of room beyond it. So this crafting shouldn't take that long. Oh, why is that dense energy cell refused to craft? Almost assuredly that's a MBT data problem again. When you're stuck on just a crafting step and it says scheduled, that means that the molecular assembler is not accepting the items being pushed into it. Let's just take a look. Energy cell. Yeah, we have the energy cells. Alright, whatever. manually craft it. And that was being used to make, again, MBT data weirdness, the wireless terminal. All right, in order to use that, we also need a security terminal. This is how you actually link it to a given network. Yeah, do your thing. The security terminal just has to be placed anywhere on your network. I don't believe it uses channels. And then link by just placing your wireless terminal in this slot, and then it's linked, and then charge it. I do need a capacitor for this charger, don't I? Sharing this capacitor voids like 2 million RF each time, which is probably not actually a good idea. Plus another 2 million. Oh, whatever. 2 million RF is nothing. Anyways, now I have a wireless terminal that I can't open because I haven't set up the access point yet. So, take the access point. This device does use a channel. How many channels are in use here? 17. I'm kind of afraid of overloading this cable. It should be fine, right? This position here is relatively central in the base. So without any boosters at all, it has a small range, 16 meters. But in these 16 meters, we get access. But I definitely want more than that, so if we use 32 boosters, this goes up to, I think it's like 160-ish, 190-ish meters. That's a radius, I believe, which means that we get effectively a 400 meter diameter. I don't know if it's a circle or a square. Minecraft distance units are, are different, shall we say. But in terms of energy costs, it's 400-ish RF a tick for it. That easily covers the entire base. So we now have wireless access, at least to auto crafting in our to our items and to our crafting. We don't get a crafting table. We have the universal terminals, but in order to get a universal terminal that has a crafting terminal, you need to craft a wireless crafting terminal with your wireless universal terminal. So no wireless crafting terminals, suck it up. Let's also upgrade our jetpack. So I need to take the armor plating off of it for one. Enable substitution so that it will accept that jetpack. And just encode this recipe. I think what was holding me off from doing this before was that it takes a fair number of ender pearls to make this. But again, ender pearls, easy. Here, 3 jetpack coming right up. So this uses 4 ender pearls. So it's not that bad. I mean, I guess until today I only had like 1, and 1 is noticeably less than 4. And no sun stopping there, so let's go, oopsies, to the next tier jetpack. And I think we'll stop there though, because the tier after this one is quite a bit of work to make. Actually, let's just use this recipe. It's a bit less efficient resource-wise, but it's also a bit simpler. The tier 4 jetpack does use 25 ender pearls, so that is a fair number of ender pearls. Armor it up with this nice dark steel armor for 8 whopping armor. Woohoo! And charge it up. So this should give us much better effective like hover-like abilities. Oh dear. It drains that energy buffer quick. It probably actually, yeah, it drained our cable buffer. Alright, well this will charge up reasonably quick. You know, this is charging off for now. Yeah, it's not quite perfect cover. We still lose altitude over time, but it's pretty darn close. And its lateral movement is very fast. Faster than creative flight, I think. So, this is a good jetpack for the time being. Anyways, now I want to start a journey towards the atomic disassembler. This requires us to get into Mekanism. Let's start by trying to make the Mekanism casing. It's called a steel casing. It uses perhaps 0 pieces. Nope, it uses 4 pieces of steel if you dig down deep enough. For this, let's start with the mineral. So the mineral is most easily made by processing mineral wood, and I haven't run a void botanical miner for it yet, so let's set up a tree farm for all kinds of wood. Perhaps the best for that would be the Ender Isle tree farm. Farming station. Is there anything here we can't make? Doesn't look like it. I do need a zombie head. Might have to go chop a few zombies today. Let's see. I have my head. Can I turn my head into a zombie head? Let's find out. The answer is yes. All right, then. That'll work. along the way to making the farming station, I get to make the advanced version of these Ender IO machines. So the basic alloy smelter with this in fact, I can make better capacitors too, can't I? A basic octadic is level 3 versus this is level just under 3. So this capacitor is 150 RF a tick in a basic alloy smelter, or a regular alloy smelter. Upgrade that to a enhanced, and it's 50% faster. The only downside is you can no longer extract you can no longer extract the top because it has like this slab sticking out of it. So we'll extract the front. Otherwise, it's the same machine. Similar with the sag mill. The Z-Logic controller for the farming station is made in the splice and slice, which needs, in addition to a capacitor, you can have this one for now while I craft up a few more of these. In addition to the capacitor, it needs some tools. So it needs an axe and a shears. I recently discovered that the flux infused omni wrench for some reason counts as a pair of shears. So we can make this, all the flux stuff we can just do by hand in this pack. Like flux crystals, we just jam redstone around a diamond by hand, I guess. It's equally as efficient as doing it with the machine, so I figured, why not? Anyways, axe, wrench. And that should give us the tools. When these flux tools are used in here, they don't, like their durability is effectively infinite. So these flux tools also are great in the farming station itself because it needs a set of tools. Anyways, can I now make the farming station? I think I can as soon as I put in the recipe. So let's give it a shot. Should be good. One farming station coming right up. There we go. Materials wise, it's not even all that expensive. Now to the farming station itself. I'm going to put an octadic capacitor in here. The capacitor determines the farm size. So with it, covers 15 by 15. Should be plenty huge. Then the tool, I thought it would accept this axe. Maybe it needs to be empowered. Maybe it needs to be charged and then empowered. Yeah, that looks like that was a trick. You just have to charge it. Alright, so anyways, I guess I can't lock it because it won't place the locked one. In order for the farming station to plant saplings, it still needs a hoe for some reason. So I want to see, will it accept the flux shovel as a hoe? It says it's a hoe, but only while sneaking, so doesn't look like it'll take it. Alright, we need to make an actual hoe. Unfortunately, it does use hoe durability, and I see no other unbreakable hoes in this pack. For now, I'm just going to make a high durability hoe and not bother automating it. This will also serve as a convenient way to just shut the machine off after a while. So, is it capable of planting over snow is my question. Or do I have to get rid of the snow? No, it was able to find somewhere to plant it at least. I'm hoping that I don't have to deal with the snow and that the snow just like gets pushed out of the way as needed. Anyways, this thing will automatically grow it'll apply a growth boost to the saplings so that they tend to grow faster. Both a single one is probably still too slow. Let's go get some bone meal to speed that up. I have one, apparently. This might not even be able to grow here. I might have to move my cabling a bit to give it a bit more space. Got it all set up now. As for storage, I'm using another ME subnet. So here's just one drive. I put a 256K in it because we're not going to be limited by item types. So if types are plentiful, then larger drives are more efficient than a bunch of smaller ones. And here are the items that are produced. Apparently we get some like apples and other random stuff out of this as well. Sure, why not? Anyways, the issue I'm running into now though is looking at this, the hoe durability is going down very fast, and I think for some reason it uses a point of hoe durability not just to plant the sapling but also to harvest the wood. So it's not exactly great. What that means is I can't just rely on providing, you know, a couple high durability hoes from time to time. I'm going to have to autocraft these. Secondly, it appears like it's, at least I think it's incapable of planting over the snow, although it looks like it actually just planted some over the snow. Maybe it tries to plant it not over the snow first. I think I'm going to leave the snow alone. Actually, no, it totally just planted over the snow, didn't it? So I guess I don't have to deal with the snow. All right, then. Let's deal with that whole problem. Thankfully, this here produces a lot of wood, and wood can be used to make replacement hose. For that, I'm going to just make a stone hose. So if I just make sticks, which I believe, yeah, we can make from mineral wood. Oh, that makes bamboo, apparently. No, works for me. But I'm going to set up a series of crafters to do so. With two ender isle crafters here. One turns wood into sticks. The other one combines the sticks with some cobble from a cobblestone generator to make hose, and then jam those hose back into here. These hose don't have a tremendous amount of durability, so they break pretty quick, but I mean, they're free, so, you know, whatever. Anyways, yeah, it looks like the snow problem is not a problem. And that will fill this up with a whole lot of mineral. It's connected via storage bus, so we can see the mineral on our main ME network. And that should run until that one drive fills up. That drive holds, what, the 256K drive? So a negligible number of it, like, it'll have, what, 7 item types? So that's about 5% of the drive will be used up by types. The rest will be available. Let's call it 250,000 bytes. So this will hold 2 million-ish total items. Mostly mineral wood, some berries, some, you know, chunks, and some saplings. Alright, so we have to now turn that mineral wood into mineral blocks. We do get a bunch of crystals, but I think it's more efficient because if we use a mechanical, well, yeah, let's use a mechanical squeezer. A mechanical squeezer plus a drying basin, we can turn it into 1-to-1 wood into blocks. Then again, maybe I'm overthinking this. We have like almost 1,000. For now, maybe let's just do this. If we need more mineral blocks than we produce from chunks, we'll revisit setting up a process to squeeze and dry it. But this should be fine. Next up on our steel casing then is the crystalline capacitor. This is a tier 3.5 capacitor. It's made by combining 2 tier 3 ones. Use the energized capacitor, I guess, because I think this is slightly cheaper, the vivid alloy. It's what, like, it's basically silver instead of gold. Like marginally cheaper, right? At this point, I think it's also perhaps worth investing in a full upgraded alloy furnace. The alloy furnace from Nuclearcraft, you know, it starts off a lot slower. I don't have one already, do I? It starts off a lot slower than the Ender Isle one, but it gets a lot faster in the end once you have all the upgrades in it. But in all the recipes for this thing, it takes a whole lot of alloy smelter steps, so I'm glad we're going to use the faster one. But it does require a few pieces of prismarine. For now, I think the easiest way to get prismarine is to atomic reconstructor it from quartz. It uses a lot of energy, so you, like, each zap here only gets some of it. But one stack of prismarine should last us a little while. Later, we can set up one of the mob farm systems, the root farms for Elder Guardians or something. I guess we have to get an Elder Guardian somehow. But we'll figure that out later. For now, let's make some of these tier 3.5 capacitors, and let's just see how fast this machine is. Kinda curious. Do the thing. I think I've been spoiled by the speed of these alloy furnaces in extract the item already. In E2E, Enigmatica 2 Expert, where the Nuclearcraft machines are fast as lightning. Still, these aren't slow. It's definitely faster 1-to-1 than a alloy smelter from Ender Isle. And there's no reason I can't surround this interface with, you know, additional alloy furnaces. So that's the crystalline capacitor taken care of. There's actually, I believe, one more, or at least one more tier above it. The melodic is tier 4. And Stellar is tier 5. Stellar is a comfortable way out of reach. I think Melodic we might as well make, because we're going to have to make Melodic anyways, just for these Melodic alloy ingots, right? Anyways, this is going to require a trip to the end to get some chorus. So let's do that real quick. I need some Eyes of Ender. There's no, like, end cake, is there? Nope. Alright. I assume we get to the end the normal way. Let's consult the quests just to see. And yada yada yada. Doesn't mention anything about it. I assume then we get to the end the normal way. Gonna need a few more of these then. Since we're gonna have to fight the dragon, may as well enchant a bow. Try to get multi-shot. Yeah, no multi-shot. Oh well. Maybe I'll take a couple more stabs at it. Second time's a charm. I guess we can just make the book, right? So I want an infinity book. That's very easy. And a multi-shot book. That's less easy because I don't have skeleton skulls. Alright then. No multi-shot, just infinity. Nifty. Looks like we have the mod in the pack that makes infinity not actually require having one arrow in our inventory. And I'm apparently very bad at actually hitting that thing. Haha! Die, snowmen. Alright, anyways, that bow is sufficiently good. His sword is sufficiently good. And our Eyes of Ender are done. So let's make some inventory space and a trip to the end. Well, lucky me. Looks like our entrance is pretty darn close to this nuclear wasteland, or nuclear, whatever we call it. And I brought some Radaway, but I didn't bring the Rad-X. So we're gonna perhaps take a little bit of exposure here. And it's like dead center in it, isn't it? Oh, God, it's poisonous here. Yeah, it's right under it. I'm gonna go and get some Rad-X. About 1,700 blocks away from our base is where I found the area of the portal. I guess that's not too far away. Found it. Here is the fortress, at least stronghold, which I always forget which is which. Now just have to find the actual portal room. Find that if we put this into cave mode. Uh-oh. Where am I? Usually, Journey Map can help you find it. Oh, hey, it's right here. Lucky us. And we have one eye in it by default. Alright, so fill it up. I don't have a great way of teleporting around yet. Did I? It lag. Alright, yeah, I don't have a great way of teleporting around yet, so like I can't set a teleporter here or on the other side. But we'll come up with something later, I guess. Anyways, let's throw away some of this not so useful stuff, and I'll need the torch. Head on through. The quest book did say that there is some radiation in the end, but it seemed to suggest that the radiation in the end wasn't all too bad. And indeed, the radiation here seems quite survivable. I wonder if I should have made better armor first. Well, hopefully I don't die. Flight probably makes this quite simple. Alright, crystal shooting time. Having access to the end should also give us quite easy access to Ender Pearls if I need it. Worst case, I can farm the, farm the Endermen. There also appears to be, I think that's Resident Endstone growing in the ground, which is a decent source of, at least of fluid Ender Pearl. I don't know if it can be actual Ender Pearls very easily. Also, you are a really loud dragon. Oh, I didn't bring bottles for the, well, hopefully we don't need any, hopefully we don't need any Dragon's Breath for the foreseeable future. Anyways, time to die. Really, really loud. Somehow or another, we almost got there. Probably has something to do with the fact that I can literally fly. Sniper. Alright. You drop any good stuff? Dragon scale. Great. Yeah, no, all we need is Infinity Catalyst to use it. No big deal. Alright, give me the egg. Uh-oh, did I look at one of them? Where'd the egg go? That's not which way the little thingies were pointing. One dragon egg, and may as well get our EXP. Alright, so anyways, I came here because I wanted to get Chorus. So let's get all the EXP. Probably close enough. I saw there's some other ore here too. Soda light. What's that? Give some aluminum too. It electrolyzes into more aluminum. Alright, that doesn't seem very useful. Yeah, this resident endstone stuff gives these clathrates, which, oh, they can just be smelted into ender pearls. Great, so these are basically ender pearls. Like ender pearl ore. More ender pearl ore. While I'm also here, I want to mine a whole bunch of obsidian, because right now I think this is my easiest way to get obsidian. So, what I'm going to do is abuse the exchanging gadget to mine obsidian pretty easily. I did bring one with me, right? Yeah. So step one is to dig out a couple layers of the thickest obsidian pillar you can find. And I'm just going to do that by exchanging it with endstone and then mining the endstone, because endstone's a lot easier to mine than obsidian. Then lay down a layer of bottom half slabs. I hope I brought enough. Or I guess torches work too. You just need something that sand cannot, like when that falling sand breaks upon. So hopefully I have enough slabs. If not, we're going to have to scrounge something together. And it looks like it might be a little short. Alright, I used various cables to make up the difference. And then you just exchanging gadget the obsidian with sand. The sand follows the magnet to pick up the sand. And go layer by layer until your exchanging gadget runs out of energy. And this is a very good, you know, early-ish, mid-ish game way to mine obsidian very fast. About one satchel full of obsidian. That'll do for now. So let's go, get an ender pearl so I can travel to the end cities, or the ender, whatever the farlands, whatever they call it. I also need an enderman head. At least I would like an enderman head in order to make the like the wireless or the capacitor, like the charging this thing. From Ender Isle, the inventory charger requires an enderman head. So give head, please. Give head, please. Beginning to look like I should have enchanted my weapon with fortune, or just made like the ender or something, because I think the ender gives an enhanced enderman head drop chance. I've not gotten one yet. Also the oh my gosh, the withering effect just makes these endermen teleport away all the time. All right, maybe I'll come back for a head later. Ah, got one. All right, then enough spending time here. Oh, does hazmat armor not have durability at all? Huh, funny. Now, where is the teleporter? Take me away. Maybe. Take me away for real. Ow. Alright, so we have this Stygian end mod in this pack. I did not know that. This was a mod that in Levitated that added all those special biomes. Not that that's particularly interesting. I wonder, does that also add the weird under stuff that has like those spikes with diamonds? Nope, no diamond spikes here. I got my my purpur or not purpur, sorry, chorus, and I went to find an end city, and look at that. My first end city also has an elytra in it. I probably don't actually need an elytra, but you know, let's get it anyways. Who knows? Maybe it's used in a crafting recipe somewhere. Ooh, my understanding of levitation has something or other. I think that's a Thaumcraft requirement. Yeah, there's some nice loot in here. I was just about to leave when I saw, like, that was the city I was just in. There's another one within render distance. Wow, that's quite fortunate. I guess I should grab the dragon head too, right? I think we can turn the dragon head into the other heads as needed, so what here is not needed. Sorry, empower upgrade. Nope, be gone. I'll get that head too. No third city in range though, so I'm going to call that mission successful. Let's go back. Is there any good use for these elytras? Nope, doesn't look like it. I'm going to swap part of our farm over to Chorus so that we can automatically farm this. Which corner was this? Southeast? Corner southeast. This one, right? Nope, this is southwest. This one's southeast. Right? So, think it's just a matter of, let's see. Go. I should be about the right area. Plant the chorus. There we go. And then this will provide a renewable, at least renewable-ish source of chorus flowers and chorus fruits until we get a botanical miner up and running. Then again, now that I have chorus, I could have just made the botanical miner. Whatever. The whole purpose of that trip was to get access to melodic alloy, so there we go. In fact, let's make one of these melodic capacitors. This is tier 4, so we can use that to speed up some of our Ender Isle machines. It's not quite as good as our super enchanted capacitor. This is tier 6. However, the super enchanted capacitor, you know, has durability and breaks over time. This does not. Anyways, I think with that, we are now ready to make the steel casing. We've already been able to make these highly advanced casing that use titanium and chrome. So let's drop that recipe in and make our first few mechanism casing. How about 4 of them? Yes, please. It shouldn't take too long either. Well, it might take a little while. It's a number of alloy smelter steps. Still, this is the beginning of Mekanism. So let's first of all claim our quest rewards. EU plating, I'll take it. But the first casing I want to use to make the thing that makes this. So I need enrichment chambers and metallurgic infusers. They're all 1 casing each, right? Yeah. And just like that, we have our first few functional mechanism machines. I noticed a quest didn't proc. Why is that? Where are mechanism quests? Probably in here? I probably didn't do something to open the gates. Let's see. I didn't pick up an iridium ingot? No. It's always something simple like that that I forget. And then, what else do you need? Jeez. Chrome and titanium. Did I not pick up? It's almost assuredly I didn't pick something up, but I'm not quite sure what exactly that is. It was titanium ingots. That's one of the downsides of relying this much on auto-crafting. You tend to skip over quests because you don't pick up the intermediates. Like all of these Ender Isle quests, maybe not all of them, but a huge number of these, right, are technically done. I just never actually touched the item. So I guess let's go back and backfill some quests, get some quest rewards. I've gone through the quests about as much as I could bear. Well, here's another one we can do. Kindly advanced frame. Should be pretty easy. Nope, just kidding. Missing copper. Weird. Did I use the wrong copper in the recipe? Nope, I just don't have a copper recipe. For real this time, I went about as far as I can go. The tungsten quest is gated by actually tungsten ore, even though we can get it without tungsten ore. Actually, how do I get tungsten? No, it is from the ore. I just got my ore from void mining. Alright, maybe that does allow me to... Yeah, okay, we can go a little bit more. Hold on, let's make a little bit of tungsten. But I think we're going to wrap up today by just claiming all of these quest rewards. Tungsten steel I can't. Well, I just don't have the recipe set up to make it. So we'll come back next time and actually set up the mechanism stuff. But there's a claim all button, right? No, I claimed 1. I mean, that was basically all. But I did a very poor job of claiming all. Yeah, we claim them 1 by 1 then. Give me all the good stuff. I can't imagine there's a lot of good stuff in quest rewards at this point. Oh good, a simple machine chassis. That's actually pretty decent. Yeah, everything else is a bit of a disappointment though. Oh look, another simple machine chassis. Also hitting escape sometimes? Okay, I see. Hitting escape from the loot window closes industrial chassis, closes out completely. Hitting escape from here just backs out that. Alright, well that's actually all the rewards claimed. Claiming the rewards was probably a waste of time, but whatever. We were able to get our mechanism machine today. Not quite as far as I wanted to get, but we're pretty close to our atomic disassembler now. So with that, I hope you guys enjoyed the video, and I hope to see you in tomorrow's episode. Take care. Bye-bye.